Before we start today's video, check out our affiliate links in the description down below. These can make some great gifts with the holiday season just around the corner, or even a gift for yourself. It supports the channel at no extra cost of you. Thanks so much. May the force be with you, and enjoy the video.
Hello there.
This is where the fun begins.
What's up guys, Unofficial Star Wars here. Hope you're all doing well, and in this video we have an exciting new report, our overall breakdown report coming from StarWarsNewsNet.com, one of my favorites out there, about AHSOKA Season 2, its overall production and filming overview and update, what's going on with it, when we're anticipating for it to release, and what we're expecting from the second season. We're going to go ahead, we're going to hop right on into it, break it all down for you guys, everything that we know and everything that we're anticipating right now. Before we do though, however, grab that subscribe button if you haven't already, as we're discussing and covering all types of Star Wars related news, leaks, rumors, theories, and breakdowns here on the channel. So if you guys are into any of that, go ahead and grab that subscribe button today. Okay, so as I had mentioned in our prologue there, we're taking a quick read from StarWarsNewsNet.com as an overall garnering source. I'll have their article linked in the description down below for you guys to check out there as well. This is their overall breakdown and report coming with the news of AHSOKA, its overall production and filming, as we've recently found out from an unofficial announcement from one of the cast members of the AHSOKA show. There's been very little news about AHSOKA Season 2 since the announcement that it was simply getting renewed for a second season at the beginning of the year, but now we finally know when filming will begin, and maybe even then a little bit more about it. So Natasha Liu Bordizzo, the actress behind Sabine Wren, at DragonCon panel that had just taken place in the last week, had solidified and confirmed that filming on the second season will commence next summer in 2025 for AHSOKA Season 2. She also tags onto that this is also when the Mandalorian and Grogu movie is anticipated and expected to finish up, wrap up its principal photography, and conclude from there. So it gives us a bunch of definitive answers here on exactly what's going on within a galaxy far, far away, specifically all of the craziness that's going on with the Mandoverse. But even then, just based off of how, regular principle of photography, overall production and filming goes for any given feature film, especially sci-fis like the Mandalorian and Grogu movie, it will probably go up until next summer of 2025. That may or may not include reshoots though at the same time, so also be mindful of that. This does tell us when we should also expect AHSOKA Season 2 to actually arrive a year later in summer of 2026 is what their overall report and article does read. This is kind of very close to kind of what I was kind of guessing here on our videos on the channel. It's honestly hard to tell, like it could come out right before the Mandalorian and Grogu movie, which is of course slated for May of 2026, or it could come out right after. My personal take on it is that I would love it to come out right before the Mandalorian and Grogu movie. It would kind of help build up some of that Star Wars hype a little bit more, get people talking about the franchise in a galaxy far, far away, specifically with the Mandoverse, and then lead us right into the movie, something of that nature. Maybe even then like a part of the narrative, maybe AHSOKA Season 2 would help set up the things that we would see in the Mandalorian and Grogu movie. But even then, at the end of the day, that's just really me being hopeful, so we have to be realistic about it. And if this source is saying that it's probably going to come out in the summer of 2026, it's also kind of, to debate, is May, a part of summer or not? Is it still a spring month or whatever? Let me know what you guys might think about that in the comments down below. But, yeah, playing it safe, probably see it come out sometime in June, July, or August of 2026. And that even then would be at the earliest is what the report also says. Big budget films and shows like this usually release roughly a year after their initial filming and principle of photography, and the first season had began shooting in May of 2022 and came out in August of 2023, so you see the correlation between that. Of course, it seems likely that Lucasfilm will plan to release it relatively soon after the Mandalorian and Grogu debuts in theaters on May 2026, hoping to take advantage of the buzz generated by Star Wars' long-awaited return to the big screen at the same time. I mean, either or, the way that they play it out, I think that they're both going to do really well, kind of just bouncing off of one another like that. Like you either, have the Mandalorian and Grogu movie come out in theaters and have people talking about it from there, or vice versa, have AHSOKA Season 2 come out onto the streamer Disney Plus and have people watching it, talking about it from there, just creating a buzz either way, getting people excited for what's to come next, especially when it's all taking a part of the Mandoverse. It's almost getting like a sequel back to back essentially. And that really, at the end of the day, they're going to release like pretty much, roughly a month or so apart from one another, which is even more crazy to think about. So we're definitely eating good for 2026 Star Wars, especially in the summer. I think that we also, this could also mean that we should also start getting some more answers to questions around Season 2's story around that time, leading up to it. I definitely think that Star Wars Celebration Japan taking place next year, 2025, is definitely going to solidify and give us some big announcements and confirmations, not just for Ahsoka Season 2, but all likes that are going on in a galaxy far, far away. We would also definitely anticipate this to see, this is where we'd have our first official trailer for the Mandalorian and Grogu movie, and maybe even something for the Ahsoka Season 2 probably by then there as well. And while we can expect the story to follow Ahsoka and Sabine on the planet of Peridia and this other separate galaxy for Ahsoka Season 2, we should also know who, if anyone, will be playing Baylan Skoll after the late Ray Stevenson's tragic and sudden passing. We might also find out if the season intends to continue the stories of Grand Admiral Thrawn, the Night Sisters, Ezra Bridger, Harrison Dula, all the characters that are back in the main Star Wars galaxy. I definitely would think this to be an automatic yes. It's just those first couple of episodes we'll, see our hero Sabine and Ahsoka figure things out and how to get back to the main Star Wars galaxy from the one that they're trapped in currently right now. I mean, of course, it almost feels like a given, that's definitely something that Ahsoka Season 2 would do, but hey, you can also throw into the idea of maybe that's where another show, another project would also pick up those storylines. Maybe Skeleton Crew could do that, although I highly doubt it. A Book of Boba Fett Season 2 could do it, although I also highly doubt that. The Mandalorian Grogu movie can do that, highly doubt that. I think that those characters kind of belong to Ahsoka Season 2, and I don't really think that they would intervene it too much like that. They'll definitely, have those references, mentions, and even cameos, but even then I wouldn't hold your breath on them, for those other separate projects for to kind of continue on those stories, essentially. One last thought before I let you guys go is just the overall idea that, we're starting to see some of the cast members come forward and say stuff like this, giving us more hints, teases, clues, and things of that nature is definitely exciting, and we're only anticipating for there to be more. We'll continue to keep you guys updated here on the channel, of course, not with just this, but also with all types of other Star Wars related news, leaks, rumors, theories, and breakdowns here on the channel. Guys, let me know all of your thoughts and opinions in the comments down below. I would love to hear what you guys are all thinking. Thanks so much for watching today's video. Of course, this has been Unofficial Star Wars. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Have a great one. May the Force be with you as always. Peace out.
You have no power.
Anakin spoke highly of you.
I'm not here to discuss my past.
We have a lot of work to do.
Once a rebel, always a rebel.